Name is Maya Chen. I'm 26, working at a Los Angeles coffee shop. My ordinary life changed 3 months ago when I started dreaming. These are precognitive dreams. Every night I dream of others' misfortunes, big or small, and every dream comes true the next day. Looking in a supermarket, he fell hard in the frozen food aisle. His heart tipped over and milk spilled everywhere. He lay on the ground, holding his waist in pain, unable to make a sound. The next day, I took a half day off and headed for the supermarket. I pretended to browse goods in the aisle. 10 minutes later, man from my dream appeared, looking exactly the same. When he slipped, I rushed forward, grabbed his arm, and steadied him closely. I made up an excuse, and he believed it, but I could not believe the overlap of dream and reality. Back home, I sat on my bed in a daze. It was my first time experiencing real dream overlapper. I felt scared yet excited. I feared the unknown power, but hoped I could change something. My second dream was a traffic accident. A girl in a red jacket crossed the road light looking with flying harvester and sent an anonymous police tip to warn of the coming accident. The next day, I took time off and watched the intersection from an opposite coffee shop. At exactly 5 p.m., the girl in the red jacket appeared at the crossing. She crossed the road staring at her phone. A white SUV sped forward without making my hands tremble. A police officer cried to his whistle rode. The girl stopped and was helped up by the rushed officer. I drank cold coffee, still trembling. The girl knew nothing about my tip. The police could not trace the anonymous message back to me. I lost sleep wondering why I had such dreams. I doubted whether I should interfere with unchangeable fate. A dream was not valid evidence for the police. I opened a TikTok account and posted a faceless video, describing every detail of the upcoming attack. The first video had few views. The next day, I posted a list rose vividly. Nephews at fun views mail up from pride others called many fire doubted me. Was fun company insomnia cells asked predictions if I was called Rye. I replied to no one. I refused to become an influencer chasing clout, who witnessed the worst moments of strangers' lives every night. I had a new terrifying dream. A man would be pushed onto the tracks at Union Station by a stranger in a gray hoodie and black. I woke up sweating, shaking. This was no accident, it was a deliberate murder, and someone would die without my help. It was 3 a.m. The city was quiet, yet my mind was chaotic, violent scenes, and I cried a bed not from fiend and vivid to say my mind, yet I feared my efforts might not be enough. The next morning, I posted on TikTok. No face, just my camera pointed at the ceiling. I described the dream. Union Station, 5 p.m. A man in a blue coat gets pushed on his arse and my. My voice was calm, swiftly, but my hands were shaking the whole time. So leading 3 times being included, re-recorded over and over. The conliats at this exploded. Some said if it's mine, my eyes is gonna back send. People DM'd me calling me crazy, a fraud, desperate for fame. I didn't reply. I knew why they were angry. They were scared that if this was real, it was a lot scarier than they thought. And I understood that because I'd lived through it. I turned off my phone, put on a hoodie and went out. Gray hoodie, brim pulled low. I didn't was crowded. Was standing on the platform at Union Station, pretended want any wait for a train. My fingers stayed in my pocket, holding my phone. I wanted to call the police again. I knew if I called like now and nothing happened, they'd never believe me a second to look. At 5 p.m., the platform filled up. Rush hour. I scanned the crowd, my heart pounding. I saw the man in the blue coat, getting his phone, earbuds in. He didn't know he was being watched. He was standing at the edge of the platform. I know I was watching him. I searched the crowd for gray hoodie. I saw him. Gray hoodie, black cap, brim pulled low. He was walking toward the man in the blue coat. Not fast, but with purpose. My hands were shaking. I pulled out my phone and held it.
Someone's about to be pushed onto the tracks. Hurry!
What is your name? It just said anonymous. Which platform?
She asked which platform. Lower level near the exit.
I leaned against his locked on those 2 figures. 5:40. The gray-hooded man was right behind the man in blue. His hand came out of his pocket, and then the security came charging down the stairs, turned and ran. The security chased him. The man in blue just stood there, confused. He took out not knowing it, just looked around and stepped back from the edge of the platform. I turned off my phone and melted into the crowd. No one noticed me. Night. The news reported it. I sat on the sofa watching the news without changing the channel. My eyes were fixed on the suspect's photo. Not the person I'm looking for, not anyone I knew, just a stranger, pinned down by security. The comments flood in. Who the hell are you? I posted a new video. I'm just someone who dreams. Views hit 1 million overnight. Followers went from a few hundred to 500,000 in one night. I stared at that number and felt nothing. Not pride, not excitement, just a weight I couldn't name because I knew, if one day I was wrong, those same people would turn on me. The investigation bureau has found me, not through my account, through my phone's location. The number I'd used to call 911 was traced back to my cell. I knew it was only a matter of time, but when the agent showed up at the coffee shop where I worked, my palms still started to sweat. I can see the outline of his Daniels, in his 50s, with graying hair and deep eye bags.
Chen Maya?
He looks like an experienced and unflappable agent. His voice is deep and steady, as if he never needed to raise his voice in his life.
That's me.
You called in a tip yesterday about Union Station.
I dreamed it.
You believe in precognitive dreams?
I believe what I see. I held his gaze.
Do you know him?
I looked at it. I didn't recognize him, but his face, something about it felt familiar. I couldn't place it, like I'd seen him somewhere but couldn't remember. His eyes were cold, empty. That look made me uneasy.
No.
His name is Kevin Harris. He has a record. But we don't think this was a random attack.
What do you mean?
The man in the blue coat was his business rival. They were competing for the same project, a real estate deal worth tens of millions.
So it was premeditated.
We think so. But we need more evidence. Maya, can your dreams help us?
You want me to keep dreaming?
I want you to keep posting, but don't share our investigation. Just tell us your dreams. We'll verify them. Your accuracy rates.
You don't think I'm crazy?
I don't think so. I've been working for 25 years and Iminani is one of them. Besides, all 3 of your predictions have come true. That's better than most of our informants.
I nodded. From that day on, I became an unofficial informant because I had a strong sense of justice, because I wanted answers. Why me? Why these dreams? If I did nothing, people died. If I acted, they lived, and that they need me, that was my reason. I didn't know if that was dare trays, was speaking a locus about what Daniel said. They needed me. I was also a police informant. TikTok followers passed 5 million. Every post I made was verified the next day. Someone even made a website tracking my accuracy 90%. The 10% margin was sometimes my location descriptions were vague or the timing off by a few hours. Every day I posted a video describing the previous night's dream. Was next day it happened, and the news covered it. Sometimes big, an apartment building in North Hollywood will catch fire. I called it in, no casualties, building burned, I didn't care, because I knew my dreams were profit. Some believed, some hated, asking do beliefs were real. Behind every comment there was someone afraid of what tomorrow might bring, afraid might be the person in that dream. I never replied, because I didn't know how. I wasn't a god, I wasn't a fortune teller, I was just someone who dreamed. But one day I dreamed something that made my whole body shake. In the dream, I was standing in a room, on the wall map covering the entire surface. Marked on it were 10 red dots. The location was a plaza in downtown was a date.
Tomorrow, the first one.
The voice was low and deep. I couldn't tell the man, I knew it wasn't my voice. I woke up drenched in sweat, my pajamas soaked through. I sat up galley pounding heart that the whole city was suffocating.
The first what? Explosion, attack, shooting? I didn't know. But the first meant there were 9 more to come, and tomorrow what? But don't go there.
Comments came in, you're spreading panic, I believe you, the cops should arrest you. Comment said if this is real you're a hero, if it's fake you're a fraud. I didn't know which one I was, maybe both. I didn't read the comments. I called Detective Daniels.
Tomorrow, 3 p.m. downtown plaza, there's an attack.
What kind of attack?
I don't know, but the dream said the first. There are 9 more.
You're sure?
Have any of my dreams been wrong?
No.
Then trust me. The next afternoon, Detective Dales had 20 FBI off the downtown plaza. They evacuated everyone, formed a perimeter with squad cars. I watched the live coverage from my couch. It felt surreal, because I was empty. It's BFK the temp plaza, so empty flashing on the sidewalk, and Miku sent him a 12-tier corner his radio, but the live feed had no audio.
302. A black backpack was bent on a bench. A professional humbless robot that moved toward it slowly. 3v3. The robot opened the backpack.
If they hadn't evacuated, dozens of people would have died. She didn't say bomb, but I knew. The news didn't report the details. The government didn't want to panic the public, but I knew. Daniels told me later it was a bomb powerful enough to take out half city block. If it had gone off at 3:05, every building would have been 200. Everyone on that plaza would have died. That day's video hit 30 million views. Open Live was trending nationwide. Someone had made a fan page. Someone drew a cartoon avatar of me. Someone wrote Sargardi Angel. I read those comments and didn't feel warm. I just felt heavy. And now, that night, I dreamed again. That same room, that same map. One of the 10 red dots was gone. The remaining 9 were spread across different cities. LA, San Francisco, Seattle, New York, Boston, DC, Dallas, Miami, each with a date spaced in New York. 2 months I woke up. The last one from falling down the stairs in college. I was unconscious for 3 hours. When I came to, the doctor said I had a concussion. But after that I'd occasionally get this strange feeling, like I'd already experienced certain just things. That feeling is called then it coincidence thing that then it was just premonitions. After you fall, it was like a switch in my brain had been flipped.
Maybe your ability was triggered by that injury.
I told Daniels this theory, and an explanation was better than none. I decided not to share the 9 dots publicly. If I told everyone there were 9 attacks planned across the country, if I only told the police they'd deploy resources, but they wouldn't fully trust an influencer, I needed more concrete evidence. I chose to tell Detective Daniels. He listened, his office was quiet, only the hum of the AC.
His fingers tapped on the desk. Once, twice, 3 times. Maya, do you realize what you're saying? Coordinated attacks across the country? That's not the work one.
So it's an organization. They call it the New Order.
How do you know that name?
Someone said it in the dream. The New Order.
Sounds like in group.
Maybe. But their goal is creating fear. That they're matter fear.
How do you know?
They want ordinary people to be afraid. When people are scared, they demand safety solutions. And who profits from that? The people creating the fear.
I need to bring this to the FBI.
Tell them I won't go public. I'll just be an internal source.
Won't they think you're crazy?
Then vouch for me.
He held my gaze.
Fine.
3 days later, the FBI got involved. They sent an agent to meet me, not in uniform, a middle-aged woman in a casual jacket. Her name was Smith. She spoke directly, no wasted words. We've reviewed IMIX. It felt like an inspections.
But we can't deploy national resources based on your dreams.
And you'll wait until it happens? Until people die?
We'll verify. We'll set up in advance. If we stop one, we'll believe you.
Next stop, San Francisco.
Specific location?
The dream didn't show it. I'll have to wait.
That night, I dreamed again. Not the map, a specific scene. The Golden Gate Bridge.
A truck stopped in the middle. The time was 2 p.m. I couldn't read the license plate, but there was a symbol on the trailer, a black circle with the New Order written inside. The wind on the bridge was strong, making the tarp on the truck flap loudly. In the dream I heard the waves below the bridge. The sound like it was right next to me. A week later, San Francisco. I flew 2 days early. Daniels arranged a Bridgeview apartment safe house for me. I couldn't sleep at night, not fear but the bridge wind, the exact sound from my dream. Wind through the cables made a low, crying moan. I forced myself to sleep and dreamed more details at 3 a.m. I dreamed of a dark blue truck. The driver's face was unclear, but his hand had a striking raised tail scorpion tattoo. I noted the detail, sketched the tattoo on my phone, and sent it to Daniels.
Golden Gate, dark blue truck, scorpion tattoo, 2 p.m.
Copy that.
At 1:30 p.m., I watched the busy sun-gliding bridge through binoculars. Everything looked peaceful, yet danger lurked underneath. At 1:40, a dark blue truck crossed the bridge, turned back, stopped in the center, and stalled. At 1:50, security personnel closed the bridge over a reported suspicious vehicle. The driver jumped out, vaulted the railing, and dove into the sea without a trace. The suspect, the bomb squad, found a device set to detonate at 2 p.m. sharp. A 10-minute delay would have collapsed the bridge, drowned cars, and killed civilians of all ages. Media omitted bomb details to avoid public panic, but I knew the truth. Police identified extremist member Carl Jensen via his tattoo, though his group's name was redacted. I posted on TikTok, "The bridge was saved today, not by luck but for foresight." The audience speculates that I can predict the future. Jenkins in Rough Currents, law enforcement team found a 10-target map matching my dream, with San Francisco crossed out. They finally believed me. FBI formed Task Force Dreamscape. I send encrypted dream reports to Agent Smith for field offices. Only a few people know my real identity. I researched 9 red dot locations and tried dreaming each one, seldom gaining full details. My dreams show blurry, distinct, or identifying symbols. I record all clues and pass them to Smith. Scattered pieces build a full picture. Third target, Seattle Outdoor Music Festival. Bomb under stage at 8 p.m. Saturday. A famous headliner performs to tens of thousands right before the blast.
Seattle Music Festival, under the stage, 8 p.m.
Copy.
I sent an anonymous warning to festival organizers about the hidden bomb under stage. Organizers contacted police. Bomb squad found the device and canceled the festival. Angry ticket fans blame organizers for overcaution, unaware of the avoided disaster. No social media users thank the anonymous tipper. All complain their weekend is ruined. I posted on TikTok, "If you want to stay safe, stay away from crowded places." Comments argue I spread panic or saved lives. I only care about 7 remaining red dots.
Jenkins was a hired mercenary whose handler goes by the codename Siren.
Siren? The Greek myth?
It lures victims with song, a fitting codename.
Any leads?
Voice analysis indicates that Siren is a young Midwestern female who frequently uses military terminology.
Like what?
Words like execute, neutralize, target. She is likely a veteran.
A name popped into my head, yet I dismissed the thought immediately.
I chose not to think about her, for I had no proof. Fourth stop, Chicago. Unlike the Union Station push attack, this dream was a subway gas attack. Colorless chemical agents would be released in a fully packed morning rush subway car. The odorless gas quickly disabled passengers, who realized the danger far too late. I called Smith with the intel. FBI sealed the train car, found the chemical device, and prevented all injuries. Authorities caught the hired perpetrator, who confessed his handler was a woman named Siren. He communicated with her via encrypted app with no knowledge of her name or appearance. He revealed her distinct clear enunciation and mimicked her word execute, neutralize, target. After hearing the recording, my blood ran cold. I recognized the voice in real life. It belonged to my ex's sister Lisa. Lisa Harris is a military veteran and explosives expert whom I met multiple times during my 3-year relationship with Jack. Her crisp, commanding tone and low resonant voice perfectly matched the recording, no doubt. Shaking, I hesitated repeatedly before finally calling Smith.
Siren may be Lisa Harris, early 30s, Colorado resident, veteran, and my ex-boyfriend Jack's sister.
How do you know?
I recognize her voice.
Don't rely on feeling. Are you certain?
I'm not certain, but you can investigate.
Smith asked no further questions and agreed to look into it. 3 days later, Smith reported Lisa's explosives background, security consulting firm, and her bid for the New Order's security contracts. Her motive was clear: stage terror attacks to win security contracts. It was solid deduction, yet my dreams could not serve as legal proof. FBI surveilled Lisa Harris. She stayed in Colorado while I was in LA. I could only get clues from my dream. I had 3 straight dreams in weeks. Marked a red dot, all stopped by the FBI on time. Boston port bomb, Miami hotel fire, Dallas pipeline attack. HB arrived early every time, disarmed the devices and arrested Siren.
She's a pro. She never comes in direct contact with the operatives, at least 2 layers of separations.
So how do we catch her?
Wait for the final stop, New York. She'll come out of the shadows for that one. It's the biggest target. Grand Central Station, the busiest transit hub in the country. If it goes down, the whole free feels
Commute
it.
about it every day. I tried to finally attack, was only dream more details every night. One night, phantom dreams aren't something I could summon. They came and went like the tide, but a voice. Lisa's voice.
Maya, you should have stayed out of this.
I woke up drenched, my sheets soaked. She'd used my name. She knew it was me. She knew my projective dreams foiled her attacks, and my name. It meant an internal leak or her intel was deeper than we believed. I feared for my loved ones, not myself. My foster mom lived alone in LA, and my best friend Sophie often worked lonely night shifts there.
Mom, have you seen anyone strange?
No. What's wrong? You sound off.
It's nothing. Lock your doors, don't open for anyone you don't know.
Maya, are you in trouble?
No, just been some bad news lately. Be careful. Lisa knows about me. My identity is compromised. You need to protect my family.
We'll put a detail on your foster mother.
And me.
Move to the safe house.
I moved into an FBI safe house, a quiet apartment in LA suburbs, quiet streets, no neighbors, no ground floor shops, single entry and exit, no cameras and motion sensors, but I couldn't easily meet Dita might be watching me. I feared Lisa's absence more than her arrival. Disguised as a silver bean, it would record everything a plan if Lisa found Jen.
You can't face her alone.
She only strikes in the dark. Cops will scare her off.
How will you record?
My neck camera streams live footage to you.
It's far too risky.
This is our war. My fragmented dreams can't track all her moves. She may change cities and plans, and I'll lose track if I don't end this now.
Be careful. Your dreams die with you. You matter.
I waited 3 days in vain. On the 4th day, an unknown text ordered me Griffithatory 3 p.m. with tomorrow, come alone or your mother dies. She was taken by Lisa. I called the mother's house open and empty. A witness on unmarked black SUV leave with a stolen plate, Smith confirmed.
I'm going to the observatory.
Don't go, it's a trap.
She has my mother.
She won't release her even if you go.
She will kill her if I don't go. I chose to go. Backing down meant permanent control by Lisa. Going was my only chance.
Griffith Observatory, 3 p.m., sunny, crowded. Lisa wouldn't strike where there were witnesses. She'd wait in the shadows. I was wearing a necklace at the quiet rear watching remotely to me. A woman in a black trench coat stood within a few tourists. Black-haired in the wind, she blind self or myself or black but I knew her cold sharp exactly Lisa's.
Maya, long time no see.
Lisa, let my mother go.
She's in a safe place. As long as you cooperate, she'll be fine. What do you want? I want you to stop posting. No more dream videos.
And then?
Then I'll cancel the remaining targets.
You're lying.
I'm not. I just don't want to go to prison.
Why don't you just stop?
She pulled off the silver mask. Her eyes were red like she'd been crying. Dark circles underneath, skin pale, like she hadn't slept properly in a long time.
Because I can't stop now. Those people know my name. If I don't finish, they'll kill me.
Who?
My partners. They're not good people.
Then go to the police.
Go to the police? I planned bombs. I'd go to prison.
So what now? Now I'm begging you.
I looked into her eyes. She wasn't a monster. She was a trapped veteran. Human, twisted by fear and greed. Veins standing out on her neck, hands trembling. Her lips were cracked like she hadn't had water in a long time.
Lisa, does your mother know what you're doing? She found out. She cried. She said she didn't have a daughter anymore. Lisa, tell me the last target's location.
The last target is you. My heart sank. I turned pale, feeling cold all over. It was not my family. It was me.
Am I the last red dot?
Not a red dot, the 0 target. My partner said your prediction would ruin their plan, so you must be eliminated.
Are you going to kill me?
I don't want to, but they will kill my mother if I refuse.
They've got your mother?
We're the same. I know exactly why you're here.
We both fought to protect our mothers, only Lisa chose the wrong way. I understood her, not out of forgiveness but because I knew the desperation of losing loved ones. Lisa, trust me. Let's save them together.
How to rescue?
Tell the FBI who your partners are. They'll protect your mother.
They won't believe me.
They will, with my testimony. The hidden camera on my necklace has streamed our talk to the FBI. They already know where your mother is. Lisa froze. She stared at my necklace pendant and realized the truth.
Did you trick me?
I didn't trick you. Out on the ground, breaking into violent sobs, trembling all over. I walked over and crouched beside her in silence, without touching her. You've made mistakes, but you can still fix it.
Can I really?
Yes. No bombs exploded, no one got hurt, you've killed no one.
Really?
She cried again. Out of guilt rather than fear. Don't blame the young man who doesn't know any better. 2 officers escorted her to the squad car, thin and slumped.
2 officers found her unhurt mother locked in a warehouse. 2 accomplices who had been fully involved in the planning were arrested in Las Vegas while packing their bags to flee to Mexico.
Lisa is facing a lengthy prison sentence, and cooperating with the investigation may earn her a sentence reduction.
Does her mother know?
She said his daughter wasn't a bad kid.
Back home at night, I opened TikTok with 50 million followers. My bomb video was praised online. The video quickly hit 10 million views.
My foster mother was found safe. I held her hand tightly, unable to hold back my tears.
Maya, you saved lots of people.
I almost got you killed.
You didn't. After Lisa's arrest, all map red dots vanished and no new dreams came. I slept well for 3 nights with no nightmares, yet I felt empty every morning. I grew puzzled and wondered about the origin of precognitive dreams.
Your ability may only activate when evil plans exist.
I'd rather never dream again.
No dreams mean no danger. Isn't that a good thing?
It is good, but I feel strange getting used to no dreams.
You're such a strange person.
I know.
A week later, the FBI hired me as a part-time dream consultant for suspicious cases. I posted a final video. I'm leaving not because I don't care. Millions begged me to stay but I left. Dreams were never my life and I finally wanted to live normally. But my dreams never truly stopped. A month later, I dreamed of a lost crying boy in a blue by an oak tree carved with blue coat and reported my dream clues to the FBI. The FBI confirmed the clue and found the alive boy locked in an abandoned garage nearby. The boy's mother thanked me in tears. I hid my identity and said I was just a dreamer.
Maya, you still have your gift.
I know.
We need you.
I'll help, but I won't go public again. Fine, you'll be our internal consultant. I became the FBI's secret weapon. Unknown to the public, my dreams kept saving lives. I read survivors' thank you messages but never replied. Their thanks belonged to the dreamer, not me. I was only the one who bore this gift. My new job, record my dreams daily, write them up as reports, submit them to the FBI's behavioral analysis unit. They didn't call me the prophet, they called me the analyst. That made me feel more normal. First case, a serial arsonist. I dreamed he set a warehouse on fire, red jacket, glass. The next day, based on my description, patrol officer spotted a suspicious man matching it. Red jacket, glasses. He confessed to the previous arsons. It was a commercial strip. He'd burned down 4 stores. Millions in damages. No one died, but a lot of people lost their livelihoods. Second case, a missing college student. I dreamed she was locked in a basement with a big oak tree outside the window. Security searched areas near the suspect's property with oak trees and found her. She was still breathing. She'd been locked up for 4 days. No food, just a little water. When they found her, she was skin and bone. Third case, a kidnapping. I dreamed the last 3 digits of the plate were 729. Sabarat stopped the car at a highway checkpoint and rescued the hostage. A young female child, tied up in the passenger seat, gagged. No one knew it was me. My life went back to normal, daytime at the Café, nighttime dreaming, writing reports, sleeping. But one day I dreamed not about a case, about myself. I was standing in front of a mirror and someone was behind me. I couldn't see their face.
You did well.
I woke up. Who was that? Lisa? Jack's sister? Or myself? I didn't know. But the dream left me feeling watched, not with malice, with approval. 6 months later, I received a letter from Lisa in prison. The envelope was thin and prison stamped. My hands trembled slightly as I opened it. It was standard prison paper with blue lines, and it read, Maya, I nearly ruined you. Thank you for not giving up on me, Lisa. Her handwriting was neat and practiced. Her military reports were the same, precise, no cursive. I wrote her back. You're not bad, you just took a wrong path, you're fixing it now, that's enough. We became penbakes, not close friends, but people who understood each other. Her dreams were over, mine continued. Every few months she wrote about her prison courses, daily life, and her mother's health. I updated her on new cafe drinks, FBI cases, and new friends. We never spoke of the past, we left it behind. 1 year later Daniel coffee repleting. He wore plain clothes, no uniform. He looked much older, completely gray-head.
Maya, you're the most unusual informant I've ever had.
I'm not an informant, I'm an analyst.
Analyst is just a fancy name for informant. Will you keep doing this?
I will, if the FBI needs me.
Aren't you afraid of getting caught?
I am, but fear won't stop me.
You're a very brave woman.
I'm not brave, I just can't sleep.
He left, his figure fading outside the cafe door. I lifted my coffee cup and found my hand steady. New Agent Carter was in his 30s, young and motivated. He doubted my pregenitive dreams, but followed orders to work with me.
Can you really see the future?
I can, but not always. Only in my dreams.
Carter believed me, proven by my dreams rather than my words. In month 3, I dreamed a red U-labeled LA port container marked machine parts. The FBI raided the container and seized 20 Miller's illegal firearms stacked in wooden crates.
You did it.
Not me. The dream.
You had the dream.
I received the dream.
Then you're an antenna.
Maybe.
Antennas get credit too.
I laughed. In following years, I solved over 30 major FBI cases using both dream visions and personal analysis. FBI trained me as a behavioral analyst to turn dreams into usable clues. I studied hard to save lives. FBI psychologist Noah became my friend. We met weekly for casual coffee without official evaluations.
Do you think of yourself as a hero?
No. I'm just someone who dreams.
Dreamers change the world too.
Maybe. But I don't need to know, I just need to do.
You're special.
You've said that.
I'll say it again.
I smiled.
I dreamed I stood on an award stage. The FBI director gave me Distinguished Service Award, squinted under bright lights. I woke laughing. The dream was my wish, not a premonition. Next day, Carter called to say the director planned to award me.
What?
Distinguished service for your work.
I froze, unsure if the dream matched reality or was luck. Fate surprises only need acceptance. On ceremony day, I stood upstairs to applause. The director praised Maya Chan's quiet life-saving work, no mention of dreams. I cried. Noah and Carter clapped in seats. After I left the stage,
I didn't.
Your eyes are red.
That's just being moved.
It's fine to cry when touched.
I don't cry.
he laughed. That night I placed the trophy beside Lisa's letters and my mom's photo, feeling peace from easing the world's pain. Years passed. I still worked at the cafe and served as an FBI dream consultant, working dreams. I had changed completely, free from fear, anxiety, and sleepless nights. I knew I could handle whatever my dreams showed me. Agent Carter was promoted and transferred to Washington, D.C. The new Chinese-American agent shared my last name, but we were not related.
Can you really predict the future?
Yes, but I don't want this ability to define me.
Then what exactly are you?
I'm just an ordinary person with special dreams.
Ordinary life is the best.
We worked together for 3 years and solved more than a dozen major cases.
Unlike Carter, Chen was cautious and thorough, thinking over every choice before action.
His steadiness calmed me down, balancing the uncertainty of my dreams.
Have you ever thought of making money from your ability?
How?
Paid live streams or selling predictions?
I'd be cheating people with imperfect premonitions and turn my gift into a burden.
Then what is this ability to you?
It's a gift, one meant to be shared.
Chen fell silent and took a sip of coffee quietly. We sat quietly in the cafe corner, with warm sunlight falling on his shoulder. I dreamed that Lisa was released after serving her sentence, standing by the roadside in a day. She stood long, then walked forward with no direction. After waking up I wrote to the prison, "Lisa, come find me after your release." She never replied, yet I knew she would come. A year later, short hair and plain dressed but with bright eyes.
Maya. Lisa. Will you help me? With what? Help me start over.
I found her a stable job at a warehouse instead of hiring her to work in my cafe. She visited weekly, talking only about her peaceful present life, her nice coworkers, tough manager, small apartment and pet cat.
Maya, do you hate me?
No. Hatred can't change the past.
Why are you helping me?
You are Jack's sister, and you once saved lives in service.
They were only missions, not real saving.
Saving lives matters, whether on mission or by choice. Lisa smiled for the first time. Time changed her appearance, but her warm smile remained the same. After my mother passed away, I locked myself in endless grief. I stopped working and cut off all connection with the outside world. I ignored every incoming call from the FBI and my closest friends. My whole life fell into a complete standstill without any motivation. My 2 friends came to check on me repeatedly, yet I refused to open the door. For several long months, I could not fall into any dream at all. Lisa was the only person who chose to walk in without forcing me to respond. She said nothing, because she knew silence was the best comfort I needed. Her cat curled up beside my feet, bringing a tiny trace of warmth to the dark room. We stayed in absolute silence together for 3 whole days.
Lisa, I can no longer manage to dream about my mother.
Who exactly is the person you cannot dream of anymore?
It's my beloved mother who left me forever.
You are subconsciously avoiding the dream, afraid she suffers in the afterlife.
How could you figure out what I'm hiding deep inside my heart?
I once had the exact same fear when it came to dreaming of my own mother.
So you also used to have recurring dreams about your late mother?
I dreamed of her once, then stopped, knowing she rests peacefully wherever she is. She held the suppressed sadness like me tightly, like an elder sister shielding a wounded child. I cried out all the loneliness and pain I had hidden for months. She never told me to stop crying, she simply let me release every tear. Night fell outside the window, but the darkness inside my heart began to fade. North Hollywood Vision suddenly warehouse district, red front door, the kidnapped little girl is still alive. The FBI task force immediately rushed toward the location I described. FBI broke into the warehouse and safely rescued the abducted young girl. You have pulled yourself out of the abyss and come back to us. I have returned to my original self, who can offer help lives saved. My prediction accuracy exceeds 90%. Years passed, and I continued to work alongside the FBI with steady perseverance.
Do you ever regret opening that live stream account which started everything?
I hold no regret, for the live stream allowed authorities to find me and stop Lisa's dangerous plan.
If you could turn back time and restart everything, what different choice would you make?
I would still start the stream, but I would never reveal my real face to the public.
Your judgment and mind are far sharper than most ordinary people.
It is not cleverness, but countless failures, fears, and losses that shaped me. Sun filled the office as Chen walked over to talk with me seriously.
Maya, have you ever thought about the biggest trouble lying in our cooperation?
I have never thought about it. Could you tell me what it is?
Every successful rescue originates from your foresight, yet the world never knows your name.
I have never had the desire to leave my name in everyone's memory.
Deep down in your heart, do you truly never wish to be recognized?
Names are meaningless. The only vital thing is that these innocent people survive. Chen fell silent and nodded, finally understood my quiet persistence. One anonymous envelope was left quietly at my front door one morning. I carefully opened the sealed envelope without knowing who sent it. The only line on the paper read, "Thank you, Prophet." A small photo of a newborn baby slipped out from inside the letter. On the backside, this little boy survives entirely of you. I did not recognize this infant, yet I knew he must link to one of my dream cases. I once dreamed a pregnant woman being robbed, and police arrived in time to keep her safe. I did not need to know their identity, only knowing lives this precious photo on my refrigerator as a constant reminder. Every morning when I made breakfast, I would glance at this warm picture.
Maya, every single decision you have made along the way was absolutely right.
Chen dropped off document sets at my house and noticed the photo on my fridge.
I have never met this family and I do not know who they are.
Then what is the reason you choose to keep this photo displayed?
It constantly reminds me the fundamental reason why I keep having prophetic dreams. I pressed a my Garib alone to the Los Angeles beach, where the wind and waves were fierce. I sat on the sand alone, Lauren, escaping from all work and trivia dream, 15 years ago when I was 20. I recalled my very first civilian Nora superhero, merely a bridge connecting dreams and reality. My phone lit up with an incoming call from Noah with unstable signal. I answered the phone while the sea wind kept blowing against my face.
Noah's voice cut in and out. Where are you right now?
I'm sitting alone by the coastline of the beach.
Are you spending your birthday all by yourself with no one accompanying you?
Yes, I prefer to enjoy this special day completely on my own. Happy 35th birthday to you, my dearest friend Maya. Thank you so much for remembering my birthday and giving me your blessing. What wish did you make when you blew out the birthday candles? Wishes fail to come true once spoken aloud. Simply being alive is a miracle itself. The next morning, I posted on TikTok. No face, just my camera pointed at the ceiling. I described the dream. Union Station, 5 p.m. A man in a blue coat gets pushed on his harsiras and bezamai. My voice was calm, swippy, but my hands were shaking the whole time. So leading 3 times being included, re-recorded, over and over. The conliats at this exploded. Some said if it's mine, ice is gonna back send.
Lisa held a tiny low-key wedding with only a handful of invited guests. Her husband was a gentle social worker she had met during her prison term.
Maya, I could never express how thankful I am for everything you did for me. You do not need to thank me for everything that has happened between us. Without your intervention and kindness, I would never have walked out of prison alive.
You would have walked out eventually. You only needed enough time to heal yourself. Tears welled up in both Lisa and her husband's eyes as we stood side by side. After the wedding ended, I returned home and took out an old letter. The letter read, I placed the letter inside a drawer together with all my mother's precious belongings. I thought my mother would definitely like Lisa if she were still alive beside me. I sealed the drawer, storing this precious bond deep in my memory. Time kept moving forward and a new young assistant was assigned to me by FFBI. Fresh out of college, aiming me with extreme admiracity.
Maya, is it truly possible for you to accurately predict future events?
I can receive predictive dreams, yet not every single vision will come true.
How do you tell apart real premonitions from meaningless ordinary dreams?
I have no way to distinguish them, so I submit every dream report without a widget.
Does your entire daily life revolve around nothing but waiting for new dreams?
My life consists of coffee, FBI casework, and sleep. Dreaming is only a small part.
Do you feel exhausted and burnt out from this heavy workload all the time?
I often feel tired. Yet weariness is an inevitable part of ordinary life. I began teaching Amy case analysis skills relying on logic of dreams. Treat your dreams merely as clues. Solid physical evidence is the foundation of solving crimes.
If dreams are only hints, why did the FBI officially hire you as staff?
I am only a special exception, and exceptions can never become standard rules. 1 full year passed after Amy and I started learning case
my own without your help.
Her bright smile reminded me of how joyful I was after my first successful rescue. I did not smile back, knowing every victory meant a person had narrowly escaped death. The sunlight framed us, marking the passing of knowledge and responsibility. As time went by, the content inside my predictive dreams began to shift greatly. I started dreaming warm, happy moments instead of only crimes and disasters. I reported these gentle dreams to the team, yet no one knew how to take action.
No official action is required. These dreams simply carry pure hope for others.
Your dreams have gradually turned from dark disasters to warm, positive stories. Perhaps it is because bright goodness always exists alongside darkness in this
Your
world.
perspective on the world has become far more optimistic than before.
It may be true that might not tell if the dreams
Changed, or I myself grew to see more kindness in life. Noah and I kept our weekly coffee appointment going for 6 consecutive years.
Do you fear that your unique predictive ability will vanish one day?
I have no definite answer. I might stop dreaming entirely one morning.
Would fear and uneagers overwhelm you if that day truly arrives?
I would not be afraid, for it means the world no longer needs my foresight to prevent harm.
Could you truly accept letting go of this ability you have relied on for so long?
I am fully willing to accept it, because I have done everything within my power to help others.
You are the most calm and mentally resistant person I have ever met.
It is not break acceptance of all flaws, unfairness, and irreversible regrets in life. If partners for dinner at a sailing Italian restaurant, we chatted casually about work and life while soft candlelight surrounded us.
Let us raise our glasses to every person who chose to believe in your dreams.
I toast alongside you to every trusting soul who stood beside me through all cases. The crisp clink of our glasses echoed gently inside the quiet dining room. I decided decided to compile all my experiences and cases into a published book. Maya is worried that the book will reveal her real name, so Maya deliberately concealed her name and the specific details of the case. Readers wrote to tell me my book made them believe miracles exist in reality. The real miracle is that to take action instead of only relying on my dreams. At 42, I dreamed of a peaceful life without any more dreams. I then turned the pages of my book as I enjoyed quiet sunshine in the balcony. After waking up, I stood my life would still be complete even without predictive dreams. The FBI offered me a formal permanent official position as an intelligence analyst. My new office had a large boss cried with it gave me a vintage Braz espresso machine as a farewell gift. I placed the beautiful vintage coffee machine on my new office desk every day. Lisa sent me a letter saying she was pregnant at 45 and hoped I could dream of her baby. I dreamed a healthy baby boy with a loud, strong cry waving him Nane's tiny hands in the crib. I visited birth to a healthy baby hospital and saw the little baby with wrinkled cheeks and loud cries. Maya, I can never repay the kindness you have given to me and my child. Once you dragged me back from the brink of ruin, now you sheltered my newborn son. There's no need for such heavy thanks. I only did what little I could manage. This tiny is the best reward I could ever receive for all I've gone through. If you hadn't forced my safe pregnancy, Cain might never have come into this world. It was just a fleeting dream vision. Your own perseverance brought this baby to you. We have finally arrived at this moment of happiness today. All the darkness I witnessed over the years feels worthwhile at this instant. Chen got promoted to a post in New York and left this easy care plant as my parting gift.